Part six. So, um, I was in New York City. Couldn't stay by my dad. Couldn't stay by this church sister. Um, then spend the night at JFK Airport. Um, then I was able to speak to or connect with my godmother again, and um, I was able to use her computer to book a flight to Dubai. And I got some money from my dad. So basically, my mindset was to stay there, and get a job. I'm glad I went. God was ordering my steps. Um, and there are men there. I must say this. Like at one restaurant where I believe it was a Pakistani restaurant where there was this fair skinned man there. I don't know if he was a YouTube influencer, but he kind of looks like that. Or and he was staring at me, and I said something to him, and um, like, how long are you gonna stay here or something like that. But he never really answered me. He just was looking at me. So I believe some of the staff must have seen this, and they must have saw what he was in the he was in their restaurant to some degree and looking at me and whatever. And then the behavior and the atmosphere in the restaurant just changed, and it's like they just became very busy and like whatever it was. So I perceived from that, it's like not to pay attention to this man. I guess because of the aura just shift, as if, like my discernment was basically like they're not with, I guess, whatever it is that he was up to or whatever. And they were just very busy, busy, busy. And it was like not like what I saw the other day or days before at that restaurant. So I perceived the change, and I perceived it as a message to some degree. So I stopped looking at that man. So I say this to say, like, you have people there that they'll look out for people. They may not verbally say certain things, but they'll look out for me. And I'll give you another example. There's this moment where I could no longer stay at the hotel, and then um, I was at the airport for some time, but then I could no longer stay at the airport without a ticket, and I respected that. And so um, there was this night I just did not have anywhere to go. So I was in front of this building sitting on top of my luggage, and the security guard, um, he basically came out, and he was very gracious to me, in the sense that he helped me with my luggage, pretty much led me to a place where I could sit. And he did tell me that I couldn't stay there, but it's not like, in the USA, he didn't call the cops on me. And he gave me some money on top of it to help me out. So I would go to this restaurant. I think it was an Indian restaurant nearby wherever I was. So I was sitting there for some time. And then I found some other place to be, but I couldn't even stay there. That has a story behind itself. Um, but I just say this, and well, that's the second time that, I perceive, like, the goodness in the men. And there was another time where um this gentleman, he allowed me to get the taxi ride back to wherever. And I think I wanted to go to an additional place, but I guess he must have said that he couldn't go there or something to that degree. So he said that he had to go to prayer, and that was like music to my ears, because in the USA you don't really hear the men say stuff like that, unless they're like in the church. But you don't really hear men taxi drivers say, "Oh, I can't do this because I have to go to prayer." And to me, prayer is important. So that was so good for me to hear. Um, and then, but he allowed me to get in the taxi. I, um, I think a passenger came out and he took me in. Then there was a time where I was by the embassy trying to sort out my ticket and everything. And then there was this other man. He was helpful to me. And then when I was at the airport, there was also this, I guess, either police officer or the security guard of the airport. He also he helped me out financially, and that helped me a lot um, at that time. And then there was the security guard or whatever, who he did not really want me to get in trouble, but he helped me to know that I couldn't stay there without a ticket or whatever. And so I saw that in his spirit, like he just didn't have that